So I decided to not head straight to the basin, as was promised last time. Instead, I wanted to check out what this altar was over here. By the way, good morning, everyone. Hope your day is going great. Welcome back to Dredge. But as I was saying, I wanted to see what that basin was, and I put a few fish in there. I just need a couple more. And while I was circling the back of the island here, I saw a few things glittering at me. Again, with the humming stones that don't do anything. But more importantly, we can finally get back here and blow this rock up. Yeah, let's do that. You set the charge, light the fuse. Really hope that doesn't damage our ship at all. Let's finally see what is back here. All right. Oop, oop. Refined metal. Okay, we saw that. Anglerfish roaring behind me. We saw this at the traveling merchant. I assume it is for advanced upgrades to our ship. Sure, there's no more anglerfish. There's one out there. I am going to try to find a few more of the... I can't even remember the name of the fish, but we're getting chased. When everything turns red like that, that means you are getting absolutely chased. We're going to try to make for shallower waters. Oh, he's following me straight in. Ugh. Yeah, it won't follow me here. I'm going to try to find a few more of those curved fish and see what that altar brings us. So I'll bring it back when I have that. Alright, so I have the fish. We can see it's kind of lit up now that I've been putting some fish into it. Alright, we just need to drop in 2 more. And let's see what this thing does. A wave washes over the fish, sweeping them away. When the water recedes, you notice something lodged against the rock. A sinew spindle. A handline reel wrapped in a length of stretchy sinew. One end is grafted into a crude bone hook. Coastal shallow, fishing speed 6%. I don't know if that's coastal shallow, 50%, 6%. I don't know if this is any better or not. We'll throw it in here. If nothing else, we can sell it. All right. So now our goal is to head down here to Stellar Basin. I will start heading there, and I'll bring you back when I'm there. All right, here we are at Stellar something. Stellar Basin. There we go. Dead ahead, we have yet another little message in a bottle. Let's collect and see what it says. 14 September 27. I've not written in a few days. I've been afflicted with some strange chill which conspires to fog my brain. I cannot seem to keep warm no matter what I do. The ink has run from some lines here and they're illegible. While most of what they hauled up was junk, they eventually came with a large wooden casket. A hush came over the crew at such a tantalizing discovery. I remember the next moments with excruciating clarity. He pried it open easily. The buckling boards cracked and groaned with relief as they splintered apart. Crimson cloth spilled onto the deck. The crashing waves rose to fill my ears. I hear them still. He stared down into the open casket, then turned to me. In his eyes, I saw the void. The page has been torn off. So that's a different... Yeah, that's not the couple. That's not the newlywed. Okay. We also have an interesting looking little fish here. Something glowy. Oh, and look at that thing. Oh, Abyssal. You don't have the equipment. Okay. There's also tentacles right here. I don't think I want to go straight across this thing, but that's exactly where it says that I have to go. I don't strictly trust that. No. No, absolutely not. Let's see. There's a bit of a settlement over there. And it looks like the merchant is also here. There's more settlement over there. Okay, I want to go talk to the merchant. And then we'll see where we're going to go, if anywhere. Well, we have to go somewhere, but we're going to see which direction that we go. Broken spectacles. That should fetch a wonderful price. All right, I'm going to chit-chat with her, and then I will meet you as we make our decision. Oh, hang on. This isn't... This is a research outpost. I thought this was the merchant. Okay, laboratory. The laboratory's in ruins with equipment and research papers strewn about the place. Where do you want to look? The floor seems like the obvious first choice. Look around the floor. There are cracks in the base of the structure that grow into large gashes as you follow along the walls. Something extremely large and powerful created these holes. You slowly reach your arm into one. Why would I do that? Oh, I mean, that's a good outcome, but you pluck an item from the gouge in the floor. Where do you want to look? Let's look at the equipment on the table. There's some strange-looking prototype parts on the table, but you can't see any use for them right now. On the other side of the table, you find a hastily scrawled note. It reads, "Not safe. Expect retaliation imminently. Evacuating to fort." Where do you want to look? The cupboards. You check the cupboards. Another research part. Fantastic. You empty the cupboards. You might have saw just there, I do... Oh, you can't see now, but I did upgrade our ship a little bit. We have a slot for nets now. An old generator sputters and ticks over. Okay. Let's throw a couple research. We're going to try to speed run to the versatile rod, simply because it'll take the place of this. It'll do coastal, shallow, mangrove, and volcanic. We do need this, however, but no lines lead to it, and I don't know how to unlock it. We've seen abyssal and hodl fish that we simply cannot fish yet. Although I could spring for a new engine. I'm gonna go head toward the twin prop. Just because 36.8 knots is quite good, to my mind. Okay. 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 We're going to avoid that. And I'm going to head over toward this settlement. Let's get the lights going. Oh, look at that. That's probably not good. I'm going to avoid it. The floating jellyfish. Hello? You're a dog. The stone hums. Oh, another one of these stones. Nothing. I hear a dog. Someone's home. I like that you can see the lighthouse no matter where you are. A nice touch. I don't like... Hello? I don't like that there's the dog barking, but no people, and I can't talk to anyone. Alright, let's pull this up, and then I'm going to explore around a little bit. A research part. That's it? Okay. I mean, that's good, right? Alright, I'm gonna explore around a little bit, see what I can find. I'll bring you back when something interesting grabs me. Well, that was worded horribly. When I see something interesting, I hope nothing grabs me. Okay, here we are at an old fortress. There's a researcher. I definitely need to rest, but I did pick up um some glowing octopuses, octopi, but I don't know where to sell them. So hopefully the researcher. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting visitors. Who are you? I'm a fisherman. Oh, yes, I thought you had the look, but a fisherman all the way out here. Strange. I'm hunting glowing octopi, apparently. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all the same. I've not seen another soul in months. In fact, I could do with your help if you have the time. Apparently I do. I need help collecting samples to study. I was originally posted at the research outpost at the interior of the basin, but it was attacked. A large creature emerged from the depths and destroyed the outpost. Now it rests in the center of the basin. It's a good thing we didn't go out there. I fled here and have been making do as best I can, but I had to leave most of my equipment, so now my research has come to a halt. Take a look at the specimens I need, and please drop them off here. You might need to experiment with different fishing strategies. Well, I have one for sure. An aurora jellyfish, firefly squid. So those are both coastal. I can actually get those right now. Gotta find them. Is there anything else? Tell me about yourself. I don't think there's much to say. I studied biological sciences at Iron Haven College. It was a struggle. There were no other female students in the department that year, or the year before, or the year before that. It's hard not to feel like an outsider in an environment like that, you know? You probably don't. When I graduated, I managed to land a job at Northern Biological Research Society, and then, well, I was posted here by myself. Thought I'd relish the peace and quiet, but I miss having company. I've always had someone, or at least had a pet. Out here, it's just machines. What sort of creature was it? Got the sense it was attacking the research outpost itself rather than me specifically. I suspect it was disturbed by some of my monitoring equipment. There were dozens of machines running, all powered by a noisy generator. It was huge, larger than any other marine species I've studied, attacked with tentacles, so I'd guess some sort of octopus or squid, or an enemy. One of my research vessels was moored around the back of the station, so I managed to slip away while it was tearing apart the front. That might be our way in. If we can get that generator running, it might distract it. There's a lot of valuable data and equipment left there, but I'm not going back. I won't face it again. Have you noticed anything unusual besides the gigantic Cthulhu monster in the middle of the basin? Have you noticed anything else unusual? Now that you mention it, I've been so preoccupied with the attack and having to rebuild that I almost forgot. I found these letters from my sister. She'd sent them to me a while I was studying before she... The researcher's quiet for a moment and stares off to the side. Anyway, I kept finding them amongst my papers. I don't remember packing them, but I must have. I started finding them more frequently. They turned up in my collection nets and my sampling tubes. They were letters I've never seen before, but they're in her writing. They're in her name. They were saying things, talking about things that happened after she died. I can't explain it. That's pretty horrible. Alright, we need a jellyfish and a firefly squid. Okay, so nowhere to store our stuff. I'm going to store these things just so we have a bit more room. I can pick them up pretty much anywhere. I'll do the research right now and finish off that engine. We have another note here. Maybe it's our our newlyweds. Let's see. We are engaged to be married. He sailed us out to the very center of Stellar Basin to see the lights. We talked for hours, something we have not done in such a long time, waiting and hoping. Some time past midnight, as we were growing delirious and hysterical from the lack of sleep, the aurora shimmered in the skies above. When I turned to see his reaction, he was already down on one knee. I cannot even remember what he said, or what I said, but I know I said yes. The ring is beautiful, with a span of jewels going right the way round. Not take my eyes off it. P.S. I was not sure whether to write this under yesterday's date or today's, given that it occurred at the conjunction of days, but I feel the news is significant enough to warrant a spanning multiple entries. This must be the first of the newlyweds. Yeah, so we're engaged in the morning of the second day of the honeymoon. Okay, we're off to find those fish still. We haven't had any luck yet. Well, the good news is, I think we found the traveling merchant, which is good because I've picked up a few new fish. So we're gonna see what she can do for us. Okay, fish market first. Not all fish are traded equally. Alright, so we have a new one. We have a coral grouper, commonly found hovering above offshore reefs. This large fish ambushes smaller that dare leave the protection of the coral. We have a barracuda, ferocious fish capable of great bursts of speed, hunts by biting its prey clean in half, and we have an aberration of the barracuda, the savage barracuda. It thrashes about ruinously, jaws snapping and tearing its own flesh apart. A body sundered by ravenous hatred. Those 4 fish together are $178. That's pretty good. We're going to sell that off. Perfect. All right. My storage will grab these items. See if she'll buy those. Floating dock. No, but... Oh, she can do the hull as well. All right, so we've upgraded 2 rod spaces, 4 net spaces, tier 2 hull. That's good. Can we get anything else? We can get the oceanic, which would be nice. We also can do a basic trawl net, which is pretty cool. Simple design for passively catching basic fish when deployed. A wise investment for those who want to explore the oceans, and we do. So we'll get that and throw it in our net slot. We do have new lights as well, but they're very expensive. Tungsten floodlights. Are these new? Maybe they're not, and I just don't recall. But we can pretty quickly get that money. We're already at $307. These are $350. Yeah, okay, so she sells explosives too. Okay, that's good. We don't always have to go back to the whaler from last episode. Twin prop is 450. That's not terrible. Is it worth it? So that's basically 30. This is 36. It might give us a little boost. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Does she not buy this stuff? Maybe not. Floating dock, storage, fish market. No, probably not. Alright. Let's put that stuff back in our storage, and I'll continue looking for our 2 fish. Alright, that took a bit of time, but turns out we had to use our trawl net, I think, to find it. At least we found it in our trawl net. We might be able to... Oh, look at that. It's a full-blown 3-mast schooner? That's probably not an anglerfish. That seems like something way bigger. Let's avoid that. Alright, so we got... at least we got our fish. We're going to head back through the cloud of red death and deliver them to the research assistant. Do we... Okay, here we are, researcher. Hello again, what do you need about those specimens? Here's one. And then from our net, here's the other. Thank you. Looks like you've caught all of the surface specimens I need. I do need some from deeper down, but that's going to be a problem. Why is that a problem? I developed a device to retrieve samples from the abyssal zone. This is over at the other outpost before the attack. I have an idea how to keep the creature at bay long enough to collect the samples, but while I work on that, I need you to retrieve some prototype parts. Carefully, I suggest you go during the day. I wouldn't want to be out on the reef at night. Okay. So how do I have to go like into storage, then back? I guess so. Alright, let's rest and then I'll see how to pull that net up. Okay, we are back at the research outpost. Let's see if there's anything new we can look for now. Oh, there is. The laboratory is in ruins, with equipment and paper strewn about. Oh no, I've already looked at all these places. Check the table equipment. After searching, you find the prototype parts that the researcher needs. Jumble. Okay. Although it did say last time that, like, they'll attack or something? Sure. You stow the prototype parts on board. Anything else? Nope, that's it. Anything else on the cupboards? No. Okay. Alright, that's that. We'll head back past the underwater sarlacc. And give this to the researcher. And here we are. Alright, miss. Is that everything? Hello again, what do you need? I have those parts. Excellent. Let me assemble a device for you. This should allow you to catch specimens from much greater depth. It's a little slow, but you may be able to make some improvements. Sampling device. Catches abyssal. It's 3 long, so we'll have to uninstall our fishing pole. Which isn't the... Not exactly awesome. I'm not... But then storage. Now I've developed a repulsion machine that produces a bright light and emits a high-pitched noise. It should deter the creature from attacking. Or enrage it. I'm not sure. Great. Connected to the research outpost generator. You'll have to return and re-engage every few hours, but other than that, it's completely automated. Okay, I don't like the sound of having to redo it every few hours, because hours move very quick. Great, now take a look at the list of specimens. Remember, you want to install and activate the machine before attempting to collect these. You might also need to improve some of that equipment to catch some. Oh, an anglerfish, ugh. Giant amphipod, loose jaw, and a snailfish. You just don't want one of these? Right. Okay. Let's see how to do this piece. Alright, I guess we'll go install this thing and see how it works before anything else. Uncool rock. Uncool. There's a skinny brown dog leaping around the shallows. Occasionally it lunges at the water, snapping at some small silvery fish. Dude, you jump off the boat in thigh-high water. The dog stops chasing fish and focuses on you. He looks skinny as heck. Should I throw some fish? You throw some scraps in the water near the dog. It pounces and swallows seawater. Slowly approach. You wade towards the shore. The dog backs up and it sits. You make soft, encouraging noises, and it cautiously approaches, stops just out of your reach. You extend your arm. It shies away and retreats, looking at you expectantly. Hold out some fish. You hold out some fish scraps in the palm of your hand. The dog approaches slowly, soon begins licking at them. Give him some pets. You reach out and pat the dog. Its eyes follow your hand. It seems to understand you're not a threat. Pet him again. You pet the dog again. Yeah, keep petting him. I don't want to leave. You make your way back toward the boat. As you're wading out, you hear sloshing of four legs cutting through the water. You stop and turn around. The dog is standing a few paces behind you. It tilts its head. Oh, you're coming. You continue, this time with the dog alongside. Its tail wagging so hard it beats the water into a froth. When you get in the boat, you turn around to pull the dog on board. Oh, come here, dog. You lift the dog to the deck and it walks around briefly before curling into a ball and looking up at you. Maybe you could find him a more permanent home. I think I know just the person. Okay, I know we don't have any of the... Dock there. I know we don't have any of the requested fish yet, but I have a feeling this dog needs a home. A dog? Oh gosh, let me see. The dog bounds over to the researcher. She crouches down to pet the dog, grinning. The dog licks her chin in response. I could definitely take this one off your hands, and I'd love the company. Are you sure? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look at him. He already has a bone. Thank you. Oh, we're going to be such good friends. He can be my assistant. Suddenly, the dog stands upright and begins to retch, its stomach heaving. Seconds later, it vomits a wet glob onto the floor. Something glistens through the mucus. That's interesting. I suppose it's yours, if you want it. Gross? I can clean the rest up, don't worry about it. Well, the good boy finally has a home. Alright. Back to the task at hand. We need to find them there, abyssal fish. And this thing that she gave us, right, it catches abyssal, but nothing else, which sucks. Which really sucks. So what I want to do is I want to head over to the Starlight Pontoon. I'm going to try to pick up as many fish as I can with the net, because I can't really fish for anything else at the moment. I mean, I can dredge, I suppose. But, like, even this, right, these are coastal or shallow. I just can't fish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pick up some while I head over there, just so I can make a little bit of money and see if I can't get a better rod. Or at least install our old one until we can get the one that can also fish for abyssal and I want to say hodl. But I'll hit you guys back up when I have an update for that. Okay. Let's head into the shipyard. We can get the bottomless line. We'll install it right here. And put the fish pole in storage. Now, let's also toss this in storage. Now, let's go hunting these fish. I think we need to take with us the repulsion machine. And that's probably it. Yeah, that's probably it. We'll sleep through the night and then we'll head over and throw the repulsion machine on the generator and then try to see if that allows us into the middle to grab those samples. That looks like an anglerfish. And since we have our bottomless line, we don't even have to get into the middle to grab one of these. Oh, that's a... Okay. That's a weird looking one. Alright, let's go ahead and head up that research lab. Let's throw the generator on and see what that gives us. Let's see, generator could be connected. Let's connect it. A small object rolls out from under the generator. I'll take it. Activate the machine. Yes, please. The machine hums and whirs to life. A few seconds later, a bright light shoots from the top and an alarm blares. The researcher said this should keep the creature at bay for a time. Okay, so then we don't have time to waste. Oh yeah, that made him pop out of there. Okay, so we need to find the other fishies. Let's just start. Oh, that looks like the snail fish. And it is. Perfect. So we got one of those. And let's keep looking for the red. That looks like a shrimp of some kind. Oh, no, that's the other one. No. That's the other one we need. Oh, I see the blue. I'm gonna head out. Let's just head straight back to the researcher and just give her those. Look at that thing. Oh, we'll try to get the trophy. Loose jaw. Yeah, well, pretty sure we needed one of you. Let's get one more since we have the room. Okay. Okay. No more faffing about. Let's hit the researcher up and see where this takes us. Alright, here we are. Hello again. What do you need about those specimens? Okay, we have the giant thing, the knot trophy, the snailfish, and the anglerfish. I have good news and bad news. What do you want to hear first? Well, let's lead with the bad. The bad news is that these have dangerously high counts of cellular mutations. The good news is I've honed in on what's causing it. This all points to one thing. That thing in the basin is harmful to life at a cellular level. It damages everything around it, whether passively or with intent. I need to write up a report. Our findings immediately. Maybe they'll take me seriously. Oh, how rude of me. You've done all of this for me, and I've not got much to say thank you with. You should have this. She opens a drawer and pulls out a book. Sheepishly, she hands it to you. This is something I wrote during my studies. I think it'll be useful for you. Thanks again for your help, and I recommend you avoid the area. It doesn't seem safe near the basin. Well, you're not wrong. Alright, let's grab some sleep. We'll go sell off our fish. See what else we can do over here. Just a quick thought. I completely forgot about why we were here in the first place. We have something to get right here. So we're going to go turn that machine back on and see if we can't retrieve it. Then we'll sell our fish and try out our new fast travel ability. Back to the collector. I do want to see what the heck this thing is, though. A gulp. Ooh, the gulper eel. This is what that lady wanted. Other place. I imagine it'll rot by the time we get there, but alright. Let's do what we're here for first. We're worrying about side quests. Activate the machine. Okay, let's go. Let's go while we have the chance. Straight to the center. Well, that's terrifying, eh? But it looks like there's what we want. That is exactly what we want. Relic discovered. Alright, let's go sell our fish. Get the heck out of here. Okay, with the fish sold, and with a little bit of research put into the catch everything rod, we are going to try to use our manifest. Teleport yourself back to where it all began. Oh, well. Okay. That probably would make your stomach drop a bit. Go see the collector. You walk in and place the jewel-encrusted ring on a table by the collector. His eyes widen. We're certainly making excellent progress now, and I know what you're thinking. An item like this would fetch a fortune at any auction, but for us, its value transcends material wealth. Regardless, you're due a reward. He opens a crimson book, its spine cracking audibly. Selecting a page carefully, he begins to read aloud. The words sound muffled, as though he's speaking through a thick haze. You hear a growing crackling in your ears. Suddenly, your vision flares and both ears pop. He closes the book. We must keep searching. And I've been thinking more on where we might find another. I can imagine all matter of detritus. Detritus? Swallowed by the silty muck of twisted strands channels. It's worth investigating. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. What did you just do to me? Let's learn Banish. The banishing words will provide you a temporary protection from most things. If spoken swiftly enough, they can be used defensively. Choose your moment carefully. The more they are spoken, the more they are understood. Okay. I think... What do you know about the old mayor? That stuttering old fool? Yes, I knew him. He'd join us on the water sometimes, but was more hindrance than help. He never seemed entirely with it. I can't imagine he's fared too well since last I saw him. Okay, yeah, I'll be going. And I think that's where I will be taking a break as well. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Hope you enjoyed that episode as much as I'm enjoying playing this game. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.